On the 1st of May, Kiran Bedi, Rahul Gandhi says 22,000 people will be killed in a rally in Solan. He said this if Narendra Modi comes to power. Today, the Election Commission wakes up and you go to the Election Commission website, you see the notice put up. Is this a genuine act or is this a balancing act that the Election Commission is now being forced to do? Ms. Bedi.
It's a balancing act, and I think we're all missing Mr. T.N. Session. As simple as that. I think the whole process of selecting of EC members of the Election Commission must be revisited by the new government. I have the quick following points. Number one, I think we need to, with respect to Mr. Surjewala, he must be contained because he always overspeaks others so that neither can he be heard and nor can others be heard. With respect to him, I would request he to be restrained from overspeaking on others. Similarly, others should not overspeak him. We should respect so that we as panelists can hear each other. My second point is time is of essence. It can make all the difference between, and therefore Election Commission cannot afford to make a mistake, because when it makes a mistake, it can make all the difference between defeat and victory. When every single vote counts, a mistake by Election Commission is irretrievable. It's gone. The day is gone. That's what I wanted to say. Second, finally, what I'd like to say, it's been a denial of rights, both to the candidate as Mr. Modi of Varanasi and to the constituency of hearing their candidate. I think it's been a denial of right. You cannot recover the day again. That's what I'm saying. When every vote counts, the Election Commission cannot afford to make such mistakes.
Well, I give Mr. Surjewala one opportunity to respond. Mr. Surjewala, keep it brief because we're wrapping it up quickly. But point number one.
Arnab, there are
point
three
number
short
one
points.
is
Number one,
Mr. Surjewala.
Nobody prevented Mr. Modi.
Mr. Surjewala, allow me to make the point focused. And the focused point is this. Rahul Gandhi says 22,000 people will be killed if Narendra Modi comes to power. 1st of May, right? 1 week and more passes, Election Commission does nothing. In this intervening period, Rahul Gandhi makes innumerable other speeches. The inaction and the abject inaction, the delayed action or whatever you may call it, of the Election Commission will seem to a lot of people to be a tacit approval of the kind of language Mr. Rahul Gandhi used in Solan. And pray tell me, Mr. Surjewala, what is this gigantic, unavoidable bureaucracy in the Election Commission of India that makes the Election Commission do nothing as far as Rahul Gandhi's speeches are concerned for so many days? What is the gigantic bureaucracy of the Election Commission of India that makes it do nothing when Rahul Gandhi enters a polling booth? Why? And would you, had Narendra Modi entered a polling booth or had Narendra Modi given a speech that if Rahul Gandhi comes to power, 22,000 people will be killed, would you have kept quiet and not demanded action? Scratch your conscience tonight, Mr. Surjewala, as you reply to that.
I want to begin by telling Ms. Bedi, whom we all respect, that when others speak, I know that she doesn't interrupt, but everybody else also has to ensure that they give the Congress party sufficient time and opportunity to speak. Number two, the specific point that you raised, Arnab, Election Commission, you can agree and disagree with, criticize and protest against, but nobody can, as Mr. Modi has done, intimidate, threaten and warn.
You are not answering my question.
That is the short point that we made. Number three, I'm answering your question. If any conduct of any Congress candidate, including Congress Vice President, is found not in accordance with Election Commission guidelines, Election Commission is well within its rights to issue us a notice. Congress Vice President has done nothing.
Nothing.
Because we at least are a political party who adhere to the EC guidelines and model code of conduct. We know how to do so. Even when our candidate was sent to jail, while Bharatiya Janata Party's people were only case was registered against, we did not protest. Mr. Rahul Gandhi had the courage of his conviction to go and deprecate the conduct of the candidate and said, we will only speak the language of love.
We're wrapping up after that. Mr. Surjewala, quick response from Meenakshi Lekhi. Rahul Gandhi has done nothing.
You're trying to, idiom which says you can't compare oranges with apples, and this is exactly what Mr. Surjewala is trying to do. Situations are not comparable, but he's going on comparing. One. Second point is, the situation is very serious when a candidate enters not just the polling booth he can enter, but he's next to the EVM machine with another person. That is not permitted. And if that is not permitted, how is that person reprimanding somebody else for some other inaction? Now, whenever Election Commission has done a fantastic job, nobody is questioning. But here we have given you an instance between the treatment of Mr. Modi and treatment of Mr. Gandhi. The time gap between the instances itself shows there is something which is amiss, and I'm glad that at least today they have woken up and they've chosen to take an action, but only partially. Only partially. The second part, according to my information, is still missing, that they have not issued any notice or registration of FIR about the EVM part, or his entering the booths with somebody else in the polling station. That they have not taken cognizance of. I think that also they must come out.
Wrapping up the debate, we've taken this
between action is what gives.
We've taken this.
Gives suspicion.
We've taken this long enough, but I'd certainly like to say one thing at the end. All those who say put the Election Commission on a pedestal, and all those people who say anyone who criticizes the Election Commission is wrong, they are the ones who should really be introspecting tonight on what they have been saying. The ball is in their court. Thank you for joining me on debate number 1.